Hi, I am Jen. I am the Mindful Shopper, and I'm doing something totally new and different today. I'm going to talk about a menswear brand. So you might ask me, why am I talking about a menswear brand? I do not have a male model to try on the product, but I bought some of this clothing for the holidays, and I wanted to show you some of the items that I bought so that I can just introduce you to the brand. So the brands that I typically talk about are things that are cheap and cheerful, things that we don't have to spend tons of money on, but can fill in sort of those basics that you need all of the time, and you don't have to feel guilty about purchasing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over, I think there's 6 items here all together, and just tell you a little bit about the brand, and maybe you want to have a look around and see what it's all about. So let's start by item number 1. Now this is by far the most popular item within the brand, and I'm going to show you all the details about the hoodie. I loved it. So when I looked at this, I thought, oh, it's really contemporary. I have different types of men in my life. You know, some people are a little bit more contemporary and like things fitted. Other people like things a little bit looser. Some people older, some people younger. So let's talk about what I think is appropriate for each one of the items I purchased. I don't have anything negative to say about any of the items that I chose. However, I do think that some of them are not exactly as what I saw in the photograph. So let's talk about what they are so that you can decide if it's something that you want to purchase. All right. Item number 1. When I was looking around, this was the very first one that I was drawn to, and you can see many other people agree with me. So the brand itself is called Coofandy, Coofandy. And when you go on the brand, you'll see that there's lots of different types of men that are photographed there, just like the thumbnail on this live. Younger and older, a lot of men that are really physically fit and have really strong muscles. So some of the clothing I thought would fit a little differently than when it arrived. This is one of them. So I purchased a small. The brand definitely fits true to American sizes. So a small is a small American, medium, so on and so forth. So if you're a small and you're worrying about it fitting too tightly, it's not as contemporary as the photograph kind of lets you believe. The fabric of the material, I thought it was more of a sweater. It is a microfiber sweatshirt, and it's not that thick. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you want things to be a bit more thin. Let's talk about the design. There is, what do we want to call this? It's not quite a waffle because it's not raised, but it's got those tiny little squares there. And then it's just got a regular hood. Now the hood is big enough that it does go over top of your head. And then it has the drawstrings. It's just a regular shoelace drawstring, but it has this nice detail, which I think is one of the things that makes it look a little bit more elevated. Hi, thanks for joining. And it does cover like down to a man's hips. You know, of course, I'm a woman. There's no reason that I couldn't wear this sweatshirt too, but that's really not what I'm intending to do the show for. We just wanted to show some basic items for men and to introduce you to this brand. There's so many brands on Amazon, right? Sometimes we get a little bit lost on what there is to offer. The back is also the waffle. The arms are also the waffle. And then we just have a regular sweatshirt edging on the cuff, okay? So, and this one is on discount today, which is excellent. But perhaps it's something that you'd like to purchase either for yourself, of course, if there's a man watching, or maybe you want to purchase something for somebody that you love. I want to say that hoodie number 2, let's just go in order. This is highlighted pink. I didn't buy the pink, but I do really like this color. The person who I got this for chose the color, and when it arrived, I'm going to say we were both a little bit disappointed. It was not the blue that I was expecting. It's not that it's not a nice blue, but I feel like it was a young man who had chosen the shirt, and I feel like this might be something more that my dad would wear in terms of color. It is a really traditional Henley t-shirt. If you look at the brand Coofandy, there's lots of different Henley shirts, and I think for t-shirt guys, people who just like to dress simply, this is one way that they can add a little bit of interest. So look, I'm doing up the buttons. The buttons certainly work. If you want something to be a bit more of a contemporary and updated feeling, just undo the buttons. That's what the tag on the brand looks like. It's just a cotton tee. This is on sale right now too. You could wear it underneath something. This is a small, okay? So it's a pretty generous small, I would say. It's really simple. I don't have too much more to say about this one. This is cotton. It's got a tiny little bit of a heather throughout, and it's thin. There's lots of colors in here. If I was going to go in and choose a color again, and I got to choose, I love the color that's on the image here, that sort of pink color. I love that color on men. The other color I really like is the slate gray, which is a really dark gray color, not the light one. And of course, black and white always works, but nice to get something for a little pop of color. And again, it's a very reasonably priced shirt. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I chose these ones because I was just very curious. If you don't know me, please, if you're enjoying this show or you just want to know more, or if you're a woman and you're watching this and you're liking the shirt that I have on, I'm going to do this brand as a live right after. If you're curious to know a little bit more about that. I'm a yoga instructor. I also own a wellness company. So every time you see me, I'm probably talking about the same kind of things: wellness, aging gracefully, yoga. And I saw these pants and I thought, oh, this would be so cool, go on vacation with a pair of yoga pants. So have a good look at the image there. Now, they do look exactly like the photograph. Now, what I want to tell you is that they are linen, and it is a much heavier pant than what I expected for it to come. I have not washed these yet, but I think when you launder them, they will become a little bit softer the more that you wear them, because I was thinking, oh, they're so cool. One of the pictures is with the men with his legs in the water with no shirt on. I thought, oh, these are so cool. But they're just heavier than what I expected. That's the only thing I want you guys to know. This is a small. Yeah, this is a small. I want to say that they also carry an extra small. Again, they're pretty generous in size, but they're meant to be comfy, right? The very bottom of them is exactly like what you would see in the photograph. The drawstring, it has an elastic waist. It has pockets. The drawstring is made out of the same material as the pants. And then on the bottom, it's got, let's see if I can explain this to you guys. So it's got a seam here along the bottom, and then it's got a little special sort of shape on the bottom where it goes in at the ankle and then out. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, they've got a couple of pockets at the back. And look, it's got almost like a double pleat on the pocket to add a little bit of interest. For the price, and they're on sale right now if you're going on vacation, why not? You don't have to just wear them for yoga. It could just be for something casual that you don't have to care about too much, and you can pull them on and off when you're at the beach with your swimsuit on underneath. I just want you to know that they're not the really, really light fabric, okay? They are a full linen, heavier fabric. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so this sweatshirt, we had lots of conversations about the man in the photograph. He looks like he has lots of muscles, and it also looks like this sweatshirt might be one of those ones that are really heavy sweatshirt, but it's not. It's almost like a t-shirt thin sweatshirt. You ask yourself, do you like that? Is that what you need? So this is a gray hoodie. It comes in lots of different colors. It's just a straight up cotton sweatshirt. It is thin, so I would say it's on the lighter side of sweatshirt. It's got a kangaroo pocket. On a man, it would go down to the waist. I'm holding up a size small. It goes all the way up to all the extra large sizes. It does come in lots of colors. This was a slate gray that I got. The hood does work. Do you ever buy shirts and the hood doesn't go over your head? So that's always a concern. This one's good. The lace on this hoodie is a little bit more like a shoelace, the round kind, which I think gives it a little bit more elevation, which makes sense here. Oh, it's okay. We're looking at a sale price here. So it is on sale, but it looks like it's also got a time limit on the sale. It's a few hours away. That wasn't even intentional on my side, but maybe you want to get one. And then it's got this silver dongle on the end, which again, I think elevates it a little bit. All right, and so that's it. Nothing to say about the back, just really simple. I think all this stuff will wash really, really easily. All right, so this is this sweater here. Now, while again, I'm going to say the same thing about this shirt as I did about the other Henley that I purchased in blue. This sweater, I thought that it was going to be a darker gray, and it ended up being the lighter gray. I don't love the lighter gray specifically because of the person it was intended for. I feel like this, again, would be more for the personality of my father. He wears sort of lighter colors, and for some reason the color really changes the feeling of the sweater. But let's talk about the quality. It's exactly what you would expect for the price. It's got a crew neck plus the Henley, I guess a round neck, let's say, plus the Henley button. It isn't a t-shirt, it's a sweater, a very light knit sweater. It's probably one of the nicer items in terms of quality of everything that I'm showing you. It's got this nice sweater here on the bottom, not sweater, a nice edging on the bottom. And then that is the back. And it comes with an extra button. That's always nice, right? You know, sometimes we miss a button. All right. I think this is our last item for today. Of course, if you've been with me the whole time, then that's wonderful. But, you know, the intention behind this is really for me to have an opportunity to see what menswear brands are out there. I did buy some things for people over the holidays. I wanted to show you guys what I found and what I liked. This is a very basic brand. It would be the male kind of version of the brands I typically end up talking about for women, right? So I'm cheap and cheerful, easy things to pick up, don't have to feel guilty about them. You replace your basics all the time. So I'm just kind of showing you, hey, there's a menswear version out there too. Now, Co-Fandy doesn't do tons of it, but they do some 2-packs. So if you're one of those people who is on a budget, or you just want some basics that you know that you're going to go through really quickly, this might be a really good option. Now, they have marketed it as a sort of workout top. I don't think it really has to be for the gym. It's just a straight up long sleeve tee. This one has a cowl or a crew neck, but there is another one exactly like it that goes a little bit lower. So you're just going to choose the one that you like the best. It also comes in a variety of different colors in twos. From a size perspective, this would be exactly what I would have expected for a men's small t-shirt, and I think that they'll wash just fine. This also has a small heather in it. It's not a straight up t-shirt. The other thing I wanted to point out to you is that when you're looking at this brand, some of the styles have almost like a rounding on the bottom. Maybe we call it a scallop on the bottom. And I know that not every man likes that. Some people like to tuck their shirts in, or if you're wearing it out, they just want it to be simple. I feel like it's more sort of the contemporary man who might wear the one with the rounded bottom, wearing it out at the gym, even with like tights, right? You see some men wearing like the really fitted gym pants. So that is it for today. A really short live. But thank you so much for coming by. And if you do like my lives, my name is Jen. I call myself the Mindful Shopper. There's all kinds of videos up. I love to talk about healthy eating, about taking care of yourself, your hair, your skin. And of course, I am 99% of the time talking about women's apparel, but of course the men can benefit from things like vitamins and minerals and recipes and food and all of that stuff. So I hope that perhaps through this video, I have gained a few more people interested in finding out what it is that I have to share. But happy shopping. These items are on sale and limited time deals. Bye. Have a beautiful day.